It's #1 on Avril Lavigne Week.
2.
Thank you to Fifi, the lovely commenter who won this week by putting it in the comments
of our voting video that we post every week of a live stream.
That's right.
And
this one won. Everyone in the live stream voted, and Av came out on top, and now here we are at #1.
Although, you know what? I thought Mike was possibly going to start arbitration and maybe protest this one. I think there was a lot of conflict over this vote. So,
yeah,
anyone who was in the live stream, put your comments down below and talk about the experience of this vote. It was pretty intense.
It was pretty tense. There was a bit of a social uprising.
Absolutely. There were some people voting for this week just to mess with other people.
I was starting the revolution.
Yep. But I was just trying to hold it together. All
right, here's the last one. Nobody's home. I definitely never heard this one.
My brain, nobody's home.
I've heard this song before.
Yeah, I've heard it too.
I've realized what it is about her voice. It's not necessarily about her vocal cords. It's about her sibilants. She doesn't do S's. She does shushes. And a lot of singers do this. And it's actually helpful when you're mixing a vocalist if they do more of a sh than a s.
Because this really hits the ear weird.
It is harder to contain. Sh is softer and smoother. So she's like, broken and shied. I think she does a shush. Let's see.
It's a little, it's softened for sure.
It's somewhere in between. It's not a full sh, but
she didn't say inside.
Inside, but it's like inside. Yeah. There's a slight sh.
You know what was funny? As I was listening to this, we got some flack from some people saying that the Spice Girls didn't sing in that one song, which sounded like they were singing in particularly American accents. We got some crap for that, but whatever. I don't care. I know what I heard. Don't gaslight me. But in this,
what? She's
kind of singing with a bit of a British accent in this.
Nobody's harm. That's Australian.
That's a British accent. Listen. Doesn't it kind of sound like she's leaning a little bit? Or maybe it just sounds like she's about to do it and then she just doesn't do it?
She's Canadian, Joe.
I know. So she's singing in a Canadian accent?
I don't know.
She doesn't really.
But in these shots here that we're looking at right now, here, let me see, I don't know. I think it's the way her hair is popping out of her head, like going up and over, like a coif. Is that what they call it, a coif? It makes her forehead look very cute. I've never thought someone's forehead was cute, but I'm just looking at it. I was like, oh, this is very cute.
I'm actually pointing out some things about the way Avril Lavigne looks.
It's got to be the hair.
It's a cute forehead.
I don't know. Something
Mike's
cute
favorite teeth.
No, I didn't say she's my favorite teeth. I'm just saying they are the most recognizable teeth.
They're very iconic teeth, for sure.
Iconic teeth. All right, let's see.
Find the reasons why you've been rejected.
else is lost inside right here.
Yeah, cat just jumped on my lap. That is a very I don't know, there's a looming darkness to this song.
Well, it's a pretty dark music video.
Yeah. I mean, it's very how do I explain it? I kind of get like I don't know. The words aren't coming, but yeah, there's this darkness to it, and I don't know how it makes me feel.
Well, the song or the video at least makes me. It's we've all had friends going through that where like home is not a home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And being with your parents or where you grew up was your whole childhood was slowly building up into higher and higher tension of just like, I need to get out of here and I can't go back there. The problem is when you're filled with that much trauma of your home life and just moving out, you have to just figure out the world with so little guidance and so little protection and so little support.
Yeah, because you're the people that kind of like showed you the way most likely gave you really bad instruction, bad advice, or if they gave you no instruction or no advice, they're like them as a role model was just like, okay, I know I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
So I just got to be something else. But, being raised by someone, it's so hard to recognize all the ways that you are exactly like your parents.
Absolutely.
Because you're like, oh, I'm not like them. Then you do something like one day, you're like, that's exactly what my mom would. Oh, that's exactly what my dad would do.
And when that's the influence, you go out, and then when you're struggling like that, you're just trying to find a way to survive, find a way to find comfort. And when you have very little skills to figure it out, you start working. And it's not even skills. Like you can have all the skills in the world, but if you're just like, if you're not able to shower, if you're not able to get a decent night's rest,
right?
If you're put into other like jeopardizing situations by being around other people that you can't trust or know, and people you don't know, then you have to do what you need to do to survive, and that always leads to much more difficult situation. But usually, the means of your survival are also damaging, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, from the friends and people that I've known, like in high school and then after high school, and some even to this day, like the ones that have ended up, they either turned towards drugs or at least alcohol, just because it takes the edge off of the moment, but it just makes things, it pushes things further down the line.
And what's scary too is a lot of them get calloused to their own survival, which can often make them very selfish.
Yeah. So they stop acting like themselves, and
their desperation leads to acting in a certain way that can push away the people who might be trying to help them. And we've seen those people who are our friends, and then the more and more that this lifestyle, or not lifestyle, but the circumstance, because I mean lifestyle makes me think that they just live this style of life. Like no, this is a circumstance that I'm sure they'd rather not be living.
Yeah, I mean, I had that experience recently on tour.
Yeah.
With someone that I used to live with back in the day. And I didn't even ask them if they needed help, because I knew the answer would be, no, I'm fine. Like there's like this idea that everything's okay. And I didn't even ask them how they were or what they were up to, because it was just very clear just by looking at them. It was just like, I know how you're doing and what you're up to, because you wear your life on your on your physical body. Like I can see the life lived. I don't know. So that's what it reminds me of, these people that are, it's like years of just being out there slugging along
and fighting this desperation too. It's so painful.
But then there's moments of thinking it becomes like routine. It becomes habit, and then that's just your life then. And you don't even think like anything's that's what I mean. That's kind of like the trippy part about being someone who, most people are well adjusted. They at least, they might be stressed out or maybe a little depressed, but like their life is in order. Whereas like there are people out there living in complete chaos because of certain circumstances, and they end up just like that's their new normal. So it's not weird to them. Like it's not messed up to them.
And if everything is so chaotic, it's really hard to be able to step outside of yourself and actually re-examine what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place. So how could you re-examine? How can you even? You're just like some of these people. The situation is just, well, I'm not hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a bed.
Yeah.
I have some money in my pocket, and that's about
right.
That's
I have a plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good enough right now, because sometimes I don't have that.
That's all the comfort that the people in these types of situations need sometimes.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's, like I said, drugs and alcohol will take the edge off for a night, but then, one night turns into two, and all of a sudden you're a couple of years down the line, and then that's just your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I mean, this is just reality. That's what this song, this message is kind of leaning towards, or just blatantly is.
Yeah.
And it's just, people sing about it because it's real, and it affects a lot of people, not just the people going through it, but like the friends or like the family members of people going through stuff.
I mean,
it's just like, what can you do?
The amount of people that we felt the need to kind of step away from because the only outcome of being around them is generally distress and pain for yourself, and that it's really difficult to be around them because like I said, when you're everything is a fight, and you kind of get this, they have this defensiveness that makes them just kind of, it's almost, they just don't trust anyone, and you can have fun with them a little bit, but they're also thinking that you're probably going to screw them over, so then maybe they screw you over first, take something from you, they could rob you, they could could just be,
it's the difference between being
unpredictable.
Yeah, no. That's exactly it. I mean, you've seen the videos of like you find a stray cat or a stray dog, and they want to bite and scratch you. They don't trust you.
Yeah.
And then you feed them. It takes time. Like if it takes time for anyone.
Yeah.
You have to put in like serious work in order to help someone in these situations, and it's even more tricky, obviously, to help a human than it is to help an animal, because the humans have to want to help themselves. And, cats and dogs don't have drug or alcohol addiction. There's so many different layers to it. So it's very,
and when
intense.
It comes to these people, I mean, in a lot of these situations also, I mean, they were people that we went to school with. They were friends of ours when we were younger. And then when we were 21, like we're not as in dire situations as them, but we're still hanging on. Like we're still just figuring it out. We don't have the wherewithal to handle it. And then these people come to our lives. The only response in a lot of ways is just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like being around you, and I don't like this energy. It hurts my life.
Well, it's like when
makes it very difficult.
When you're younger and you're just having fun, and these people exist in your life, you can kind of laugh off the crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, crazy, but we'll all figure it out. But then as you grow and you see other people aren't growing, they stay stagnant, or, something messed up happens in their life and really pushes them in a bad direction. And then you reconnect with them, and you're like, oh, you can't laugh this off anymore. It's not funny anymore.
No.
It's like the damage is done, and like, there's still hope for these people. They're not hopeless, but they have to want to help themselves,
Yeah. And yeah, some of the people are some of the people we know are still in this situation. Some of them have gotten better, and some of them obviously have also aren't with us anymore. So it's really, it's a story all too common.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really rough. So I don't know. This music video obviously makes you reflect on all of that, because we've seen it so many times.
Oh,
and these are personal. Like these are childhood friends. Like this is a very personal thing. It's not like, oh, we heard about it on the news or something. Like these are people we knew and had our interactions with them, and watched them either go down it and push everyone they knew away from them, or go down it and then recover. And we actually have like a reconnect, which is really nice, or we, get the worst news of it all.
All right. Well, to end it on a high note, I'm going to reveal who's been sitting on my lap this whole time.
That's right. Right at the end of the song, she jumped on. Baby kitty. We've been dealing with some struggles with her over the past few weeks. Got some fleas, so we gotta give her a little showers and get her flea collar and give her some medicine. We're trying to clean it up. Poor little girl.
Yeah,
but she's been fighting through it. And she's so soft after giving her a little flea bath with a flea shampoo, huh, Chow?
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting real and serious with us. And we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.